Okay, I did hi, you did hey.
By accident, yeah.
Well, we can do either. I think hi guys might be better though.
Hi guys? Yeah, hi guys.
Hi guys. Hi guys. Welcome to The Struggle with A and J. Andrew.
And Jacqueline.
So,
Today's topic.
friendships.
Ooh, spicy.
We don't have any friends.
No.
So, we're going to talk about that today. So, we're going to talk about, like, past friendships, and then how we have no friends now.
How we met each other.
I texted him, and I was like, hey, so, like, I don't have friends. You don't have friends. So, like, let's be friends. We're in a parking lot right now.
At the mall.
Yeah.
Of course. So, we'll start back in middle school.
Oh, that was rough. That was a rough time.
That was a rough, bumpy ride. That's when I went through certain kinds of changes. Not those changes, but like, developing certain feelings. People were like, he's different, so we're not going to be friends with him anymore.
People are awful.
So that's when I lost all my friends. So it was a very hard time for me.
They left you.
They did leave me.
See, I just cut people off. It's fine.
So, I had like one or two friends. Then they would leave because they would
What grade was this in middle school?
It was like 6th grade, so it was like the beginning of like middle school.
Oh.
And it just got progressively worse. And then people would like, who's that kid? And I was like, are you freaking serious? Like, I've been like friends with you since I was 5.
Oh.
You're just gonna forget me.
People are really mean.
Yeah,
People
it hurt my
very...
feelings. I'm just gonna get real serious in here. It hurt me.
I never say the word feelings. I just say that really hurt me, but I don't say hurt my feelings. That's fine. I guess I don't say that. That's rough. Yeah, 8th grade, I just cut a bunch of people out.
That's like the other kind of spectrum.
But so
of
that happened to you in 6th grade, but then what about 7th and 8th grade?
Progressively worse, less people.
So then when you went into high school, did you have friends?
Nope, 0.
I didn't either. I had friends 5th and 6th grade. 7th grade, I had friends. And then 8th grade, I had friends, but they were not my friends.
Yeah.
And so then at the end of 8th grade, I realized they were awful people. And I was like, bye.
Well, see, it's glad, I'm glad that you had that realization. I guess it was kind of the other way for me.
They were like, oh, we don't like him.
He's
bye.
Like weird. Yeah, basically, like, he's different.
Yeah, see, that was more of just, like, them judging you and not wanting to be friends
they don't
anymore.
want to be with somebody different, like, oh, he's...
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I was only friends with probably, like, I think it was 3 girls in 8th grade. We were, like, a little group, so it was, like, 4 of us total. And they basically, like, pretended to be my crush on Kik.
That's really...
yeah. So that was kind of, like... Looking back, it was like kind of like cyberbullying, actually.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that I had a crush on actually knows about it now. Like years later, I think in high school, somehow I ended up talking to him about it or something, and he knew. I don't really know how he knew. He kind of just heard about it, I guess. But yeah, it was. I mean, 8th grade. I think I was crying like the whole year. Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
Nothing's really changed, but. Yeah, that was my experience, and then I just cut them out, and I went into high school with no friends. I still had my best friend, but she moved right before high school, so,
Yeah, that's how it kind of was for me. My quote-unquote best friend that I've been best friends with till this day since I was 10 kind of went into another group, so it's kind of like she left me, but, she still would talk to me.
Right.
And then I did, have more friends, but they were girls, because guys were not...
They were like, no.
No, he's...
Right. Okay.
And then my one friend asked me out, and I said no. And I can remember this over Facebook.
And I said no!
Over Facebook, Facebook messaging.
Wow, that's so romantic.
With like the little chat thing at the bottom right corner.
Facebook was big when I was in middle
me
school.
too, yeah. That's how we communicated. You guys get your class schedule? Are we in the same class?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And then she spread rumors that I was gay, so made people not like me even more.
When people get rejected, they react in different ways.
Yeah,
I've learned this many times.
Yeah, it's
They get very immature. People can't deal with it.
Some people don't handle it very well at all.
No. Yeah, I guess just the difference was like but if they really didn't want to be friends with you, they're not your real friends. Because if they were your real friends, they wouldn't have cared.
With me no matter what.
Like, my situation, I was just like, I realized these people weren't my friends. They weren't treating me like they were my friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to have basically no friends when I go into high school, but I need to do this. So I, like, made the decision. Which was really hard, but sometimes you got to do that.
Yeah, that's a really big thing for someone such
Yeah, I was
young
only
age.
8th grade. Yeah, thinking about that now, I mean, wow. Yeah. Because you would think, like, what girl would want to go into high school with, like, no friends? I literally... And then I ended up being friends with one girl, and I kind of clung to her, like, over the summer before high school. And then I had her, but, like, she had a whole other group of friends.
That's how it usually is.
So I kind of just clung to her, but then I got friends throughout the year, so it wasn't bad. But, high school, that's a beautiful time.
Freshman year,
right, I went in with, like, basically one friend, but then I did gain, like, by the end of freshman year I had, like, a bigger group that
I had nobody.
Oh,
I would, like, sit alone or not go to lunch.
This is getting dark.
Yeah.
Oh, but you know what, I like, now that I really don't have anyone, I feel so bad for those people that, you know, used to sit alone in school and stuff and no one would talk to them, and I wish I talked to them more. There were some people that I would talk to because I like tried to be a good person, but then some people, like, I just didn't know them. I also didn't want them to feel like I was, like, pitying them in a way. I didn't want to give them the wrong impression. I really was trying to, like, do the right thing, but, like, I just knew they wouldn't take it the right way. Yeah. So freshman year, you still didn't have anyone. That's so sad.
So I would just kind of, like, go to people that I kind of knew and would talk to me a little bit.
Yeah, see, and then there's, like, I remember, like, when I was in high school and I had, like, my group and stuff that was, like, girls and guys, then there would be, like, those people that we, like, not necessarily me, but, like, people that I was friends with didn't like because they were just, like, they would hang around the group and they weren't really in the group. And that's, like, so mean. That's so mean. Like, I never minded. Like, I never really cared. I was like, what's the big deal? Like, why can't they just hang out with us? Like, it really doesn't matter.
Exactly.
They're not bothering anyone. But to, like, people, they're, like, annoying. Because they're not really in the group. And it's like, that's just so... This is like high school. Like, I can't.
It's so high school that it's, like, ridiculous. You're like, is this really what it's all about?
Yeah, I never want people to feel alone.
No, it's a horrible feeling.
Especially now that I know what it's like to feel alone more. Right? I'm really like, if you want to hang out with me or whatever, I am so...
Yeah, you're aware of the feelings.
And people aren't always aware. Okay, so...
Sophomore year? I think that didn't really change. I think, if anything, I became more isolated. That was a tough year for me.
Oh. See, we're also learning about each other because a lot of stuff, like, we didn't know.
We've never shared certain things with each other, so it's like...
this is a bonding experience for us, too.
It is.
And we're sharing it with you. It feels special.
I feel like I, like, left even more and, like, became even more, like, to myself.
I am so sorry. But you know what? We're here now.
We're here now with
We're on YouTube now.
No, but I kind of, like, lumped into people that I knew from middle school and, like, childhood. So I was like, you know what? They're not pushing me away, so I'll, like, click with them. And then, like, over the year, I would sit with them at lunch and everything, and we would talk and hang out. And that's how I, like, actually started making friends. Like, junior year, had set friend group, and we were, like, the outcasts. But
that's great.
Yeah, and then it developed into senior year, but we won't go that far, so it's...
No, okay, so freshman and sophomore year, you didn't really have a lot of friends, but then it grew.
Mm-hmm.
Opposite for me. Freshman year and sophomore year, I did have friends. I forget when... I think it was sophomore year that I cut out one friend. I felt like she was... like, disrespectful, maybe? Or, like, I don't know. Like, there was just... She would make comments that were unnecessary and that would just bring me down. And she did it to other people in our group, too.
Yeah.
Kind of like she would just put, like, negative vibes. Like, I don't know. It was just kind of putting me down. But, like, she didn't even know she was doing it. Really? So, I never really, like, confronted her about it. I I kind of let it go for a long time, and then I finally was like, I really don't want to be friends with her anymore. And then I just shocked her with all this stuff that I said. Like, we had like this long conversation, and I told her, I was like, I really am over our friendship. And she was like, what? I think she was almost crying. I did feel bad. I felt really bad.
But a part of a friendship is not to make the other person feel
And
down.
she would do it to other people, and nobody else would like say anything. And I finally was just like, I can't, like, I just can't do it anymore. And so I told her, yeah, I'm over our friendship. And she was like surprised. And I told her, I gave her a bunch of examples, and she was like, okay. And then, yeah, I think she was like crying later on in the day. I think she was crying later on, and I guess I just made her feel really bad about herself. And I was like, I felt bad because I was like, I'm so not this person. And I really didn't, I never called her a name when I talked to her about it. I was very like mature about it, and I just confronted her and told her how I felt about what she did and what she did, but I never called her a name. It wasn't like a fight. It was like a very civil conversation. But I guess it just made her feel bad about herself. I mean, I guess it would, but like, I think she got over it.
But just like a learning
think she's doing great
experience
now,
for
so.
her, though.
But she was still in my friend group, so I just wasn't friends with her.
But it's not like a bad thing.
But it was fine. Like, I could be civil around her. Like, we wouldn't fight. Like, we got along. And then eventually, like, I think by junior year, like, we would, like, if we talked in, like, a group setting or something briefly, like, it was fine. Like, we were totally neutral with each other. So, it really was fine. It just was a friendship that needed to end.
Well, friendship is not just about yourself. It's
Exactly,
about the two
yeah.
of you. So why would you want to be down and then bring someone down
That's
with you?
the thing is, like, sometimes, and it wasn't that I didn't have fun with her. We had fun together. Like, we had a really good friendship for a long time, but, like, if someone's, like, making, like, a negative, if someone's bringing you down, whether it's intentional or not, or, like, if they're just being a negative impact on your life,
It's not healthy.
sometimes you just need to let them go. Like, you have to put yourself first sometimes.
Yes.
And some people are like, oh, that's selfish. No, this is your life. Like, if somebody's bringing you down, like, if them not being in your life as much or whatever or at all is gonna be better and healthier for you, or like just make you happier, sometimes you gotta do that. That's with anything. That's with like
That's
any kind
anything.
of relationship you have with
Oh,
anybody.
yeah.
But all right, so then junior year, you like had a group.
Yeah, it was more set in stone kind of for me.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was
That's
like a
really
breath of
nice.
fresh air.
Yeah, because you like struggled for those 2 years. Yeah, I had like a group freshman year, and then I had my group sophomore year too. Actually, I actually think I cut that friend off beginning of junior year. Now that I think about it, I really don't know. I think
it's hard.
No, it was junior year. It was junior. I was friends with her all of freshman and all of sophomore, and then beginning of junior year, I like was like no. But then for me, like, you got your group junior year.
Yes.
I kind of started drifting from everybody junior year, because junior year, right, I cut that girl out. So that kind of made a little bit of a separation in my group, but not a lot. Like, people would still hang out with me. It was just kind of more separate now. A little bit. I had a boyfriend junior year who didn't go to my school. So that kind of like took up, that was more towards like the middle to the end of junior year into senior year. But so then once I started dating him, I kind of left my friends more. I did keep some of the friendship going, but like, so that kind of separated me. So over that year, and then by the time senior year came around, I had like 1 or 2 close friends.
Which is usually better than having like a big group of friends that like mean nothing to you.
Yeah.
It's better to have like a 1 or 2 close friends.
I just wanted a boyfriend, and then when I finally got one, I just kind of like went all for it. But it's not like I abandoned my friends. They weren't really like fighting for me, you know, like for me to like spend more time with them.
It was kind of like
It was kind of like, oh, she's with her boyfriend, and I was like, I guess I'm with my boyfriend. I guess my friends, like, I don't know. It was kind of like a mix of like, I felt like they weren't asking me to hang out, but then they were like, well, we know you're probably with your boyfriend, so we don't
And you're
want
probably gonna
to
say
ask
no.
you. I'm like, yeah, but that's not a good enough excuse.
make the effort.
Yeah. That's another thing I want to talk about. Have you ever had like a one-sided friendship?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Almost every friendship I've had has been one-sided.
Yeah, where like you're always the one asking to hang out, or
Oh, yeah.
you're always the one doing everything, or just like, yeah, always making the initiative to see each other. That gets so old.
It's really old.
That was the one thing in high school I remember. Like, a lot of my friends, I would tell them, like, I just feel like I always asked to hang out, like, and they never would ask me to hang out.
And then it makes you look like you're annoying and stuff.
Yes, I felt so annoying.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's just like, but that's what friends do. Like, they're supposed to hang out and have fun. It's not like, oh, we're just friends, so we have something to do in school.
I know. The friendship has to be give and take. Relationship, give and take. Everything is give and take. Like, and yeah, sometimes you just gotta give somebody some distance and see if they will really come back to you. You know, like, not cut them off, but like,
Be a little hard to get.
not ask them to hang out and see if they ask you to hang out.
Yeah. But yeah, end of junior year, senior year is when I met this one friend that I really clicked with.
Yeah.
Like, really clicked with.
Yeah.
End of the year of junior, like literally the last day, I met her, and she was kind of dating one of the guys in my friend group.
Right.
And then beginning of senior year, we had gym class together, and like we were like talking, and she's like, "Why wasn't I friends with you ever before?" And I was like, "I don't know. I love you." And
Yeah.
we really clicked, and that's like who was like my ride or die in like senior year. Like
Yeah.
we were like this, and you
Yeah.
cannot separate us. And we were kind of like, just like if we were with our friend group, like the quote unquote outcast, like she was not part of it, and like
Yeah.
not everyone liked her, not everyone liked me. So that's why we were really
You
close.
clicked a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you find friends because you have that thing in common where no one likes you.
Yeah.
Me.
You think anyone likes me?
It's okay. This is why we're here. For those of you that don't know, meaning everyone who's watching.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I'm like almost 20.
I am 20, almost 21.
Okay, yeah. So, like, I graduated high school only 1 year ago. You graduated, what, 2 years ago?
2016, so it's like almost
Yeah, you
3
graduated
years
2016. I graduated 2017. So, yeah.
ago. Fun fact,
and
we
we-
went to the same high school,
Yeah,
and we didn't
did,
know about
and we
that.
didn't know each other, yeah. So, yeah, and we both go to, like, the same college. We live
Mm-hmm.
at home. We commute, whatever. Like, we both didn't choose to, like, go away to school.
Yeah.
So, how would you say that, like, has affected your ability to have friends or not have friends? Or, like, how would you say that plays a part in, like, your friendships now and stuff?
Honestly, it makes it sometimes easier if we're both here, like us. But at the same time, if, like, someone transfers, like, let's say you left, like, that would be really hard. If
I literally told them today I might transfer to
I
a
was
different
like-
state. I probably won't get in because I'm not that smart.
stop.
So don't worry. I would say, like, going to, like, college and, like, living at home and stuff, I don't know. I felt super alone.
yeah, no, it felt
I
like
feel
high
really
school,
well-
but like doing it all over.
Yeah,
again,
it
for some
kind
reason.
of, like, I did meet some people. I met you.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. I met him, and I met some other people, too.
Yes.
But, like, nobody that I'm, like, constantly hanging out with all the time
No.
and I'm, like, really close with. But again, I only did 1 year. I still got another year left. So, I don't know. But, yeah, it's very different. If I had... But I do... Like, I was going to go away to school. I was going to go, like, far and stuff. But I just didn't want to in the end. I don't
it's
know.
not always the right time to immediately.
Yeah, and even if you go away, there's no guarantee you're going to have friends. Like, there's people
Oh,
that
no.
go away and then
they
they
come
don't really
back.
meet anybody and they have a horrible time and they come home. And I just didn't want that. So I kind of stayed. Yeah. We don't have money.
No.
I just stayed home as kind of like a comfort thing. But
It is,
now
yeah.
I feel like I have another year and then I feel like I need to break out. Like, I feel like I need to push myself and go and just, like, try to make some friends.
But like that's good. Like I feel like I'm still restricted. I don't know why. I just feel like it just never ends.
But, like, do you want to, like, transfer or you don't
Oh, of
know?
course. I would
you
love
do?
to go out and like, you
But-
know, have the whole experience.
Like, you want to, like, live at school and stuff?
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just, I'm very weird about, like, living with someone else in my room. Stuff like that. Like, that weirds me out. That
Trust
was another
issues.
reason why I didn't want to. Well, trust issues, yeah. But also just weird. Like, I don't want to
It's-
share my space, bye. This is a good question. Have you ever been to a party and no one talked to you?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, there was one that I went to, and it was so awful. There was only one that's really happened to me. It was the worst experience of my life. Okay, maybe not the worst one of my life.
Well, no, like it's like you
That
think
was
of it as,
awful. that was actually not even that long ago. That was my senior year. I went to, it was a New Year's Eve party. And I went to, it was kind of this group that I was like kind of friends with. I was friends with some of the girls in the group, but we weren't super close. And I went, they actually picked me up, I think. And I remember I went, this is a really short story time, I swear. I went and they told me to like dress up in cute clothes for pictures and stuff. So I dressed up. We all go, right? We go to the house and they literally took pictures in front of me and didn't include me. Like, they took pictures and never once were like, oh, Jacqueline, get in this one. Like, they literally didn't want me in the pictures, didn't include me. And I was literally just standing there, like, super awkward.
I wouldn't have known. I probably would have cried and
went
home.
I was thinking about it, like, what is going on? This is so weird. And then literally, no one was talking to me the whole party. Like, it wasn't that big of a party, but no one was talking to me. And, like, there was one time at the party when this one girl was talking to this other girl, and I was kind of following them because I didn't really know what to do. And the girl wanted to talk to the girl about something, but, like, I thought I was involved in it, and she slammed the door in my face. She really did. And then I think I just opened it and just went in. Like, no, you have to be my friend. No, but that was awful. That was probably the worst experience I had, feeling really excluded, really left out, really alone. And then I didn't even,
horrible feelings.
Yeah, I didn't even stay till midnight. Luckily I knew somebody that was like working in that town or whatever, and they just came and picked me up and brought me home really quick. I didn't even stay till midnight. I was home like a little before midnight. I was so over it because I was just it was really awful. I felt so bad. I definitely cried that night. I was really upset.
I would have.
Even the next day, I think I cried because I was just like, I can't believe they were that mean to me.
I don't know if I would show my face to them ever again.
No, I never really talked to them again. I really never talked to them again. I don't think I ever confronted them about it, but I just was like, okay, now I know. Like, they're really not my friends.
Yeah, I never had those realizations. I was like, ooh, you hurt me. I'll give you a second chance.
Yeah, I've gotten over that. I guess I've gotten a little bit stronger over the years, so then now I know I can do it. Like, I can be on my own. I'd rather be on my own than be with fake people.
Yes, because then you don't get hurt. That's just how it is.
But also just, right, then it's all about trust.
Also, yes, trust and how much, I don't know. It gets exhausting and, like, old after all this time. Like, you're, like, being real and you're trying to be friends with them and you're, like, really enjoying the friendship and everything, and they just, like, don't care. Like, that's like a big F you too, and it's just like horrible.
If they don't care, it's like, okay.
See, that was the thing. Like, I guess going back to senior year, like, I would hang out with this person that I really clicked with, and like we would, go out with people, and I would always sit in the back. And
like purposely, or
no, like they would never let me sit in the front, or like I'd always sit in the back. They would talk, and then I would like cough, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, I forgot Andrew was here," and I was like. That's really awful. I was like, because like no one made the effort to talk to me, so I was like, this is like...
I could never do that to someone. I don't think I could ever sit and talk to someone like and have someone in the back and not talk to them.
I would feel terrible, but
I don't know if I ever did that. I don't know if you're watching this. I never did this to you. I'm so sorry, but I don't think I ever did that. I don't know. I don't usually have more than one friend in my car, so I did for like a short time, but I haven't had like more than one person in my car at a time.
Well, like that was another thing. She never liked to hang out with me
by
ourselves because she thought I liked her. Which I mean, like I did because like I developed feelings, but not like that. Like I loved her to death, and then I don't know. And then college, she left. She came back, went to my college, our college. And destroyed me. The transferring from senior to college is like another area where it was really hard for me.
Yeah.
So I had her and another close friend, and they kind of just like left my life because I was going through certain things.
Right.
And I think that was like a really hard time for me because like those were my two closest friends, and they just like left me.
Yeah.
One did not talk to me, cut me off completely, and I like was like having a panic attack.
Yeah.
The other one was like, I don't like you, and she had her boyfriend attack me. Like via phone, and like said she never liked you, she hates you, and she hopes you die. Does not mean
that escalated so much.
I me. And
I mean,
like,
I would hope that would hurt you. I actually would hope that would hurt you. Some people don't. Nothing affects them.
And I was like so upset.
Oh my
I was
God.
like gonna self-disclose right now. I was like burning pictures and like of us. I was like throwing things away. I was like, I'm so done. There is no going back.
Oh, of course. I would burn. I don't know if I actually ever burned anything. Actually, I think I might have a picture. I'm not sure.
Oh, prom pictures? Burn them.
Oh, yeah. Want the friendship to happen again?
I mean,
You're kind of just like, okay.
in a perfect world, I'm like, this never happened. She never hurt me. I want to be friends with her so bad because I'm so desperate at that point. But at the same time, like, am I really that stupid to make the same mistake twice and be hurt like that all over again? It's devastation. I can't. So I was like, nah, I'm over it.
Devastation. You know what devastation? No, I mean, yes, but you know what devastation? When you said that, I was literally picturing a field after like a tsunami or something.
Honestly, that's how I felt. Okay, so honestly, it's like end of senior year into like, you know, freshman year of college. I like met this girl in like a group. Like we were supposed to like get into like groups to make the final project. It was like a science program and everything. And she was like, "Hey, you want to be in our group?" And I was like, okay, because like, you know, like I like people that want to initiate with me. I'm kind of like the person that like sits there like this and
Yeah, right.
pay attention to me.
Yeah. No, yeah, right.
So she did that, and you know, we started talking, and ever since that night we were like even closer than I was with my other friend, because we would relate to a lot of stuff. And she lived a half hour away from me. I would drive every Friday down there, and then it would be like an hour ride back and forth every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Have family dinners with her family. It was like a very like close friendship. Felt like my second family.
Wow.
And I don't know, we were just so close, and I was like, wow, this is what a friend is like.
Yeah.
Not like,
Yeah. What you had before.
it was like, wow, it like opened my eyes. And like that's kind of like when I was like, wow, she's not a friend, she's like a leech almost. Like the other ones, like
Oh.
kind of like
The other people, because once you find a good friend, then you realize those weren't friends I had before.
no, they were just people that like to leech off me.
Wow. Sometimes you need that. That's like with anything. They say like when you find something good, that's what makes you realize
yeah.
the bad. Yeah.
That was the only positive out of that relationship I had with that one friend from the program, because it was a genuine friendship, but it just didn't work out in the end, which was very hard on me.
Yeah.
Very hard.
And sometimes friendships don't work out even when you're really close with someone. They don't work out for many reasons. It just doesn't. It happens.
I kind of always say, like, niceness, if like, you do a nice deed, it always comes and bites you back. Because that's what happened. Like,
You do something nice, not
And
for long.
and she was still in high school, I was in college, so I was, like, fine with just, like, being friends with her. I was, like, but trying to help her find friends, and, like, I helped her find friends. And then ever since that point, I guess they were, like, conspiring with her to, like, get rid of me. You know, like, each and every time I would hang out with them, they would, like, figure out things to say to her to make me, like, look so bad. And I was like...
Well, that's just not okay.
And the worst part was, like, when I was, like, going through certain things, and, like, she might have liked me, names, but she liked a girl that was in, like, our little group that I helped her make friends with, but that girl liked me. So
Oh,
it was, like,
God!
it was, like, a very... So
she liked a girl
that
that
me.
liked you.
And this all really started getting worse when this girl invited me and not her. And here I was...
This girl invited you. Oh!
Just, like, hang out, and I was...
That's not your fault, though.
No, it's not. And I was like, hey... Her name's not Kylie, but I'm just gonna say it's Kylie.
Okay.
Hey, Kylie, did you, like, you hear that... Oh my god, I can't think of a name.
Is it another girl's name?
Yeah, it's another girl's name.
Kylie and Kim. Every time we tell a story, we need names. We're gonna use the Kardashians.
Honestly, really.
So Kylie and Kim.
So, like, I was like, hey, Kim was like, do you want to hang out and, like, have, like, a barbecue this weekend? Like, we can, like, meet up with our, like, the other people in our group. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I was like, did you tell Kylie? And she was like, no. And I was like, so I told Kylie, and then she was like, well, she didn't tell me. And I was like, I know, that's why I'm telling you. And then she got really upset
Because they want to be invited by the person that they want to be
So she
invited.
felt like I was intruding on something, and I was like, no.
Oh, please.
No.
Wow.
So then she stopped talking to me, and I would like text her, and she was like, "Don't ever talk to me again. Like, it's like stop communicating with
Don't
me."
ever talk to me again.
And I was like sitting here, and I was like, "I'm sorry." Another part of it was like I was going through a hard time, so like telling her certain feelings, and it's kind of going back to what you said. I wasn't bringing her down though. Don't get me wrong.
No, yeah.
But I was kind of, I guess, a little extreme.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I can't deal with this. Don't ever talk to me."
Oh, see, that's rude, though. Like, there are certain scenarios where if someone's, like, really going through something and it's, like, if it's really affecting them and they're talking about it a lot, it's gonna affect your friendship a little bit. Not always, but sometimes it will. But it's kind of like, if they're really your friend, they're gonna handle it. If they're not gonna. You know, like, I don't know. I feel like if I was going through something, like, that was a lot for me, if my friend was like, "I really can't handle this, I'm sorry," or like if it did it in a like bad, meaner way, I would be like, "Wow, they're really not my friend."
It was super hard for me. Like we were like,
You just find the wrong people.
yeah.
Oh my god, every story you've told is they left me. They didn't want to talk to me anymore. I did this. They left. Like, it's just,
I always had
they all, like, leave. They don't care. It's too much. Like, that's just...
Right? It's horrible. It's like, if I was in their shoes, I'd be like, "I'm here for you. Whatever you need,
Yeah,
I'm here."
that's what friends are supposed to do. You're supposed to be there for them. Like, through bad things, good things. And if you're not, it just, like...
And it just didn't. I had someone sick in my family with cancer. It was a hard time. We were going to lose our house. You know, like I was sleeping on the floor.
Wow.
So we had no
those
idea what was
those
going
are
on.
not just nothing. Like, those are big, big things. But it's not like...
And then, like, on top of that, I had some things going on with me. You know, like, I
Right.
was losing all my other friends that I had, like, made in high school and kind of college. Because I was transitioning.
Yeah.
I was in a different part of my life
Yeah.
then, and they all basically said, "We can't handle this right now." And I
That's
was
just...
like,
I don't understand
"We
that.
need more time." And I was like, "What do you need time for?"
What do you need time for? I'm the same person.
Right?
And I will never really understand fully what you've gone through because I can't, like, fully
Yes.
relate, obviously.
But
that is really awful.
it is. It's...
But we're here now!
Yes, and I honestly can't express how grateful I am.
And yeah, I'm glad that you're here. I'm
that
glad
you're
that
here.
we have each other.
It's true.
And I'm glad that we can reflect on past friendships.
Mhm.
I would just say, like, more vaguely, advice-wise, like, I guess, yeah, I've cut people out of my life, like, multiple times, like, friendships, and I will just say, I've never regretted any one of those decisions. Like, I have never regretted cutting someone out, ever. I've done it, like, 3 times, and you do start to, like, question sometimes, like, is it me?
Or is it them?
Or is it them? But I can honestly say, like, I know it wasn't me because I have some friends. Some. Keyword is some. Like, I have, like, my one really good friend I've been friends with since 6th grade. And, like, I've had friendships come and go over the years. Like, but I had legit reasons to cut these people out. You know, like, it wasn't like I was just like, bye. Like, they either mistreated me or disrespected me or betrayed me. And once you do that to me one time, it's hard for me to, like, let it go.
It is. It's because
Once you break trust,
it's very hard to gain that back.
yeah, another thing is, like, sometimes you have to, like, sometimes things aren't clear. That's a whole nother video.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole nother video. Lying, we should just do one episode about lying. That is going to be an episode.
That could be a whole freaking series
If you want to
itself.
see, if you have any requests for any topics you want us to
Leave a
cover,
comment below.
put in the comments. Yeah, please, because we have some ideas, but we definitely could use more. But yeah, that's a good one. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but yeah, so we kind of had different experiences. I kind of cut people out. You lost people. but at the same time, you're both losing people.
It's the same thing.
And you still end up alone in the end.
Yes,
So
it's lost no matter how you look
and
at it.
either way, you grow from it.
Mhm.
You know, either way. So that's one thing I stand by 1,000%. If someone is not a positive thing in your life, just get rid of them. Like, and I know that sounds harsh, but like, sometimes you don't have to do it like, I don't want you in my life anymore. Just distance yourself.
No, yeah, just...
You know, but like...
And if they confront you, always explain, because
Be honest. Yeah.
I've done this before, and I've made a mistake. You know, I just cut them off. I don't tell them why. And then I'll tell them why months later, and then that's when the fight breaks out. So it's like...
Sometimes, depending on how close the friendship is, sometimes it's better to confront and be like, listen, I need to leave this friendship. But other times, it's you can fade it out, because if you're not as close, then it just fades. It's like, oh, why did we stop talking? Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's just easier.
I lost my phone. I know what I did.
No, but I every time I've cut someone out, I've told them why, I think. Yeah, I've, like, told them why. Because I was just like... Because I've just been like, you disrespected me. I can't trust you. I'm over this now. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about?
I guess like the end is like how we met. We had several classes in college.
Yeah. We had math together.
And our favorite, public speaking.
I did good in that class.
We passed. That's all that matters.
I did not pass math, everyone. I basically almost failed it twice. That's okay. Apologize. Almost failed math twice.
That was like, that's how we started. You're like talking about math class in public speaking. You're like,
yeah.
Did you understand any of that? And I was like,
yeah.
Honestly,
yeah. You were like, but you did. You got a B. Don't even talk. I literally failed it. I really failed it. And then the second time I took it, I think I got a D. Either it was a plus or a minus or something. I don't know.
Well, no, I was generally not getting what we were talking. I did get an A, actually.
Oh. Wow. But yeah, we met, you know, in classes and stuff. And then I think I literally just started talking to you one day about my life. Yeah. I don't know why. I just was like, oh, he gets it. He'll understand.
And I was just like listening, and like I was like trying to like
yeah, you like you genuinely acted like you cared. Like
I did. I was.
You were like, wow, yeah. And I was like, wow, someone's listening to me. I better keep him around.
But it wasn't like, ooh, I'm gonna back away from this. I was like, okay.
You're like, oh, she's talking to me about something. Yeah. But that definitely saw something about you. Like, you definitely seemed like you would listen, or you seemed like I could talk to you.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
So,
no judgment.
Clearly I felt like I could, so, yeah.
And
this has been the struggle with A and J, Andrew.
And Jacqueline.
Thanks for watching.
But hit the like button, subscribe, and feel free to leave a comment below.
Yes.
Bye, guys.
If you have suggestions, leave them below. You're like, bye. I'm like, bye. No, that's fine. Okay. Bye, guys. I hate myself.